Hey Cancers, welcome to your New Year's reading. I hope you guys are doing great. We are going to take a peek at lessons learned from 2021 and see what your transition into 2022 is going to be like. So let's start first by pulling a couple. All right, that's a lot of cards. We're not going to take all of those. Let's pull a couple of oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you guys right now. What energy? We are not taking all of those cards. I don't know must be a huge shift happening for 2022 because I feel like most of the readings that I've done so far, there have been like a billion cards that wanted to come out. So we will take these two that came out first for my Cancer Collective. We have opportunity and we also have release. Let's see if we can pull one last one. And we have yang. All right, so, oh, Jesus. You know what? Let me just have a little sip right here. So, starting off your reading, Cancer, we have opportunity, release, and we have yang. So, there feels like for you going into 2021 that there are some things that you need to leave behind if you want to take advantage of this new door, this new opportunity that's going to present itself to you. There also feels like there's a need for you to step into your yang energy, right? So yang is sort of the divine masculine, right? This is heat energy. This is passionate energy. This is you stepping into boss mode. So whatever it is that you've been sort of holding on to going into 2021, there might be a need for you to let that go. Now, this could be anything from self-limiting beliefs. This could be toxic people, toxic environments, but there's something that you need to cut away, Cancer, that moving forward may prevent you from taking advantage of this opportunity. And it might be a little bit challenging because I almost feel, Capricorn, that you have sort of been in this very nurturing energy for so long, right? You may have been in the yin energy, this divine feminine, where you're caring for everything around you, but not necessarily yourself. So, don't want to stereotype or anything, but it feels like now is the time for you to step into that more masculine energy, that more self-protective energy, I guess, where you're looking out more for yourself than you are for other people. So it seems like there's some things that you might need to let go of, Cancer, but let's get into some tarot and see what's happening. Wow, so we have two that flipped out for the biggest lesson that you learned from 2021, or the biggest takeaway. We have the Knight of Cups and we also have the Empress. So this is all about, I think, reevaluating what it is you give to other people as opposed to what you give to yourself. So the Empress on her own is this sort of divine feminine. She is ready to nurture. She is very stable. She's very abundant, and she's able to sort of share those gifts with other people. I don't think that there was ever a doubt that this is who you are as a person, Capricorn, that you have a lot of gifts that you're willing to share with other people. But I think that the lesson comes in for you is who you're willing to share that with. That who or what is it that you consistently offer yourself up to nurture, to take care of? Because I suspect that it's not yourself. So I feel like the biggest lesson for you is who you're giving your cup to. Who it is that you're giving your gifts, your time, your energy. Who is it that, or what is it that you're giving all of that to? And are you leaving space for yourself? I think that that's the biggest takeaway. Now, your biggest achievement for 2021 going into 22, we have the Queen of Swords. This is someone who is standing in their full divine feminine power, They are setting their boundaries. They are articulating what it is that they want, what it is that they need, what it is that they're willing to stand for. And I feel like you are coming into that space, Cancers, that your biggest achievement is finding your voice and being able to set yourself on a path that is most beneficial for you. This is you starting to cut away those people, places, and things that no longer serve you. So you should pat yourself on the back. You're coming into a greater level of awareness. Now, what you're leaving behind, we have the Three of Cups, and let's see if we can clarify that a little bit more. What is it that my Cancer collective is leaving behind in 2021? We have that clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So it's interesting because the traditional definition, or interpretation for these cards is happiness and celebration and all of that. And the Ace of Pentacles, we have a new start, right? A new stable sort of offer. And it wouldn't make sense for you all to leave those things in the past, right? But I think that what you're leaving in the past is what your definition is of stability. What it is that truly makes you happy. And I think that another sign had this as well. And so it feels as though there might be some sort of preconceived notions that you may have had about what will make you happy, what it is that will make you stable, what it is that you find joy in your own life. And I think that you are starting to change that you're starting to change your perspective on what that looks like for you. Now, looking at what 22 has in store for you, we have the Eight of Cups, and we also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So what we see for you, Cancer, going forward into 2022 is you walking away from things that no longer serve you. We are looking at you not having to sort of defend yourself, not sort of having to fight with other people to have full ownership of your life and to stay on the path, to get on the path where you know deep down you were destined to be. This feels like the walking away from conflict that you've experienced with other people. And what we have on the bottom of the deck also is the Six of Cups in reverse. So this is you not looking back. This is you releasing the past. This is you letting go of conflict or feeling like you have to have your guard up, feeling as though you have to defend every single step that you take to the people around you. This is full release. This is walking away. And so what we have for you in terms of the overall theme for 2022, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And so what we see usually with the Nine of Pentacles upright, this is a card of abundance and sort of self-sufficiency. And the card of folks not really needing anyone else. This is someone who is sort of super single. They're out here alone in this world, in this big, bad, crazy world, but they're doing it for themselves. And we also have Temperance in reverse. So I feel like what's going to happen for you, Cancer Collective, is that there is this thought that you do not have to do everything yourself. That even though you have been super, super accustomed, I think, to trying to maintain you and also maintaining everybody else around you and sort of being in that place of juggling, balancing everything, it feels as though there's going to be a time coming in 2022 where when you're not in that place anymore. It's going to feel a little bit foreign to you, I think, because you're so accustomed to making sure that everybody else and everything is okay. You're in this place of sort of nurturing where you're doing that for everybody except for you. But that's sort of what's coming in for you, is this sense of you not having to do everything yourself. And what we have in terms of the challenge for what's coming in for you in 2022, we have the Emperor. And so again, this is someone I think who's coming in for you, Cancer, to help take some of the weight off. I don't think that you're accustomed to that, right? You're accustomed to doing everything by yourself. And having someone come in to give you assistance is going to feel quite foreign to you. But this is a chance for you. This is the opportunity that's coming in from Spirit, right? If you sort of let go of this notion that you have to do everything yourself. You don't. You don't. It's almost as if I'm feeling like, Cancer, you should have a sense of entitlement. Like, I deserve this. I absolutely deserve this. And looking at the advice from Spirit, we just saw this at the bottom of the deck, right? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. And so Spirit is saying that the past is gone. Do not revisit it. Do not step back. Do not look back. This is the time for you to focus on yourself with the Four of Swords. This is the time for you to go inward. This is the time for you to do some introspection. But it's also the time for you to move forward. We saw that, right? Leaving things behind, leaving people behind that you thought might make you happy, that were sort of status quo. This is a time to rethink that, because it feels like this has been exhausting for you. This is exhausting. And now Spirit is saying that this is time for you to move forward. There's something better waiting for you. There's a victory to be had. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Six of Wands. This opportunity that's going to present itself in the form of another person who is willing to carry some of that water for you is going to be a good thing. It's, wow. Okay, that launched itself across the table. So as far as your transition into the new year, not gonna lie, Cancer, it feels like it's going to be a little bit stressful. It feels like this is going to be something that's a bit foreign to you, something that you're not accustomed, you know, a way of life that you're not really accustomed to being in right now, simply because you haven't operated this way in the past. But we have the Justice card, that things are going to balance out. Things are going to be fair for you. Much more fair coming into 2022 than they were before. So this is absolutely a sense of you getting your just desserts. This is you getting your justice. This is you getting your optimal outcome. Even though, again, this transition into focusing more on yourself is going to be difficult, it's going to be the right thing for you to do. So it's going to work out just fine. So pulling some final oracle cards to see what last message Spirit has for you. The first card out that we have for you is Happiness is My Birthright. We're not going to take all of those cards. Once again, Cancer, once again, we're not going to take all of those. Let's just get like one or two. All right, we got one. So, the second card that we have out is Do All Things in Moderation. So, I don't think that there's any confusion as to whether or not you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to have the life it is that you've dreamed of, that you deserve to have this opportunity to have someone take some of this weight off of you, to give back some of this energy that you've been giving to everyone else around you. You deserve to be happy, Cancer. And you deserve to have people in your life that lend themselves to your happiness, that give you as much as what you're giving to them. And so with this card, again, Do All Things in Moderation. This is Spirit encouraging you to find that balance. You are not a bottomless pit of effort and energy and time. So make sure that you are very discerning about who and what you invest yourself in. Make sure that you are a part of that equation, right? Make sure that you set your boundaries. Make sure that you walk away from things that don't serve you. There's no need for you to continually pour into people, places, and situations that are not for your highest good. And I think that you've learned that lesson throughout 2021. Now is the time for you to bring that energy over into 2022 and let this person come in to help you. Even if it feels a little uncomfortable, this is an opportunity that was divinely manifested for you. So make sure that you leave space for them to come in. Make sure that you pour into yourself and also allow others to come in to pour into you too. So Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.